This morning we're over at the Finca golf course and I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Bradley Dredge, professional golfer. Bradley, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to meet you and speak to you today.
Likewise, Chris. Nice to be here.
Now, I believe you've been coming to La Finca for 20 years, so there's no one better to speak about La Finca, but also this wonderful golf course as well. What first attracted you to this place, La Finca?
Yeah, we got lucky, my wife and I, in that we had a couple of friends that had played the course early 2000s when the course was actually built, no houses then. And they sort of brought us here, would have been 2003 when we first came here, so we had a game of golf. And then they showed us the plots that they'd actually reserved. So we went up and had a look, and my wife and I really were so impressed with the place. So we actually came back then a few weeks later and put our name down on a house then. But for us, it was the golf course, the design, the quality, the condition of it, and the views. We thought it's stunning views around here.
Obviously, professional golfing legend yourself. You're now official legend as well. You're on the Legends Tour, so no one better to judge a golf course. This one in particular, what was it for this golf course that really made you want to be a regular on it, if you like?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's quite a long golf course, and condition is second to none. So those are the two big factors, and then the actual design. It's got generally it's sort of a resort course, and that there's not too much rough now, but there's a few good driving holes. But it's for me personally, I'm playing off the whites. It's over 7,000 yards, plenty long enough, and it does everything I wanted to do. Usually a bit of breeze around here, so it's always a challenge for me. Plenty of water around the golf course, so there's enough variety to keep me interested.
Obviously, you can have a good games on here with friends and colleagues, etc. But also practice as well. You can get good practice in, and it's right on the doorstep. You literally walk out of your house. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I just drive the buggy down, and like now, I'm just going to go on the range. They've got 2 putting greens, 2 chipping areas, and they've got a big driving range. So facilities for me, it's perfect. Like I say, it's on the doorstep. It's one of the main reasons why we bought a place here again.
How often do you use it?
So now I probably practice about 4 or 5 days a week now. So obviously I come down here when I'm here, come down and I'm always chipping, putting, hitting balls out on the course. I just try and mix it up as much as I can.
Yeah. And it's a wonderful hotel, isn't it? And we're up here on the balcony. There's a gym. I've not been on the hotel, but I've heard it's very plush and really nice. So everything's here, isn't it, for the discerning golfer who wants to come and have a week here. Everything's on within distance as well as the wonderful golf. Yeah,
facility-wise, I mean, you've got everything here, like you say. So everything's on the resort. You've got good hotel, really good gymnasium now. There's good restaurants here. You've got here at the clubhouse. You've got plenty of bars and restaurants at the top of the commercial area. So there's everything that somebody would need to come here for a holiday for a week, 2 weeks, or whatever it is.
And like you touched on there, you've seen this evolve over the years. There was hardly any houses here. You've watched the golf course sort of evolve as well. But what's it been like that, and seeing the changes in La Finca over the years, and how it has got to this stage now and progressed?
I think the golf course. I think that so when we first came here, the course was a bit more up and down with the seasons. No, it's funny to say in Spain, but summertime it was harder because of the heat, harder to keep the condition up. So they tended to put more water on the course in the summer and tended to be a little bit long, grass a bit longer. But now new greenkeeper came along. Actually not new now, it must be 10 years ago, and he came in and made a real difference to the place. In that 12 months of the year now, it's in good condition. We really can't fault it. So for me personally, I can come whether it be January or it's July, August, and conditions are always good. The facilities in terms of the putting green or the chipping area, everything's in great condition here. So yeah, it doesn't matter when I come, it's always good.
Yeah. And someone that's experienced yourself a lifetime in the game, it's you would certainly recommend it to other people looking to come. It's somewhere a little bit different as well, isn't it? We said earlier, it's if you didn't know it existed, you wouldn't know it was there. It's a real find for someone who loves golf, isn't it?
I think you're on about where it's sort of developed almost over the last 20 years, and I think now, there's chatting to Gary earlier, I think it's around 2,000 properties here now, 2,500 properties, and now there's a bit more of an atmosphere to the place, in a good way, in that a lot of residents here, and I think people who spend a lot of time here do appreciate the area in terms of the views. I mean, I personally love going down to the little Spanish villages, going to tapas bar, trying some local wines, all that type of thing as well, which is on your doorstep to La Finca.
And yourself, with your own career now, I mentioned you're on the Legends tour. How do you look back now on your career and reflect on what you've done, and how happy are you where you are now, and having this chance to actually go on this Legends tour? It must be good but real fun, to be around familiar guys your age, your experience, and you're really enjoying your golf now.
Yeah, it's for myself and my wife now, we were sort of on the golf scene on the main tour. Would have been about 25 years, where everyone's been a bit more. So it's a long time. The biggest downside was the travelling. I used to enjoy the constant pressure and pushing yourself on the tour, but now I sort of finished on there. Now I'm on the Legends tour. Things for us are a little bit simpler, a little bit easier. I still love the competition, but I don't do as much of the travelling. The pressure's a little bit different now in that I still want to win. I never tee it up to sort of finish second. I still want to win. I enjoy the pressures that come along with trying to win. But if I have a bad day, I don't worry about it as much now. It's just I'll have a bad day and I'll go home and glass of wine and put my feet up and don't worry about it. Yeah,
you enjoy it more these days. Yeah. And your form, how's that going?
Yeah, I mean, I know we're middle of May now, and I haven't started yet. So my first event will be next week in America. It's the US PGA Seniors. So looking forward to going there and hoping to put some good rounds together and see if I can get in contention.
Will you be doing a lot of travelling on the tour?
No, not so much now. I'll go to America because it's one of the majors. The schedule isn't quite what I would have liked it to be. So I'll just play a few events on there and trying to make the most of the tournaments I do play.
Do you have any goals yourself personally now that you would like to achieve, within this sort of twilight period of your career, if you like?
Well, I think for me now, actually, there's three majors: US Open, US PGA, and the British Open on the Legends Tour. And to try and have a chance to win one of those, that's the goal now. So that's my main focus. Beginning of the year is to try and sort of get myself in decent shape and decent form, ready for those events.
I wish you all the best with that. And finally, Bradley, life in Spain and living here now, you've fully adapted to the lifestyle. Obviously, you enjoy it. Do you speak Spanish? You love the food. Have you really bought into the lifestyle?
Yeah, we used to go for Spanish lessons every winter. So we did that for years and years. We haven't done as much the last few years. It was since COVID. So our sort of language skills have slipped a little. But like I say, we love travelling around. Within an hour of where we are here, you can go to all sorts of, whether it be the coast, we love going to the vineyards. Some great restaurants in the area, Michelin star restaurants. So we love, now and then we'll just have a day out, go somewhere, and just go to an old Spanish town, check out the different restaurants there, different bars. And I love trying out different foods, different wines. So we love that part of Spain as well.
Yeah, my kind of thing, definitely. I mean, you did say that one of the things there is the weather, and it does have its own. This part of Spain, in particular, its own microclimate. So everything's better in the sun, isn't it? And many days a year sun here, so you don't have to worry about that. Well,
I think when I did my research 20 years ago, it was back then. I'm sure it said it was the driest. Alicante is the driest area in Europe. So I would have thought that would still be true today, but. We certainly haven't much rain lately, that's for sure. No, they're desperate for it, but we aren't.
Bradley, it's an absolute pleasure to speak to you. I wish you all the very best on the tour.
Thanks, Chris.
Go and smash it, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Thanks for sharing your experiences.
Cheers. Yeah, thanks. Cheers, Chris. Thanks, pal.
If your golf game needs a little sunshine, you're in luck. La Finca Golf Resort is calling. Nestled in the beautiful Costa Blanca, Spain, La Finca Golf Resort is more than just a place to play golf. Picture pristine fairways, luxurious accommodations, and a climate that lets you golf all year round. Located just 40 minutes from Alicante Airport, La Finca is easy to reach and hard to leave. Whether you're staying at the upscale hotel, exploring stunning properties, or soaking in the views, you'll feel like you've stepped into a golfer's paradise. And it's not just about the golf. The surrounding area of Alicante offers charming villages breathtaking beaches and delicious local cuisine. Plus, with over 300 days of sunshine a year, you're almost guaranteed perfect golfing weather. Ready to make La Finca your home away from home? Contact Welcome Estates at www.welcome-estates.com for more information on local properties. La Finca Golf Resort, where every day is a hole-in-one.